Crusaders.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning to the NBA's marquee teams scoring off in this one. Richard, this is a game that's been on the radar for a long time.
Yeah, there's only a few regular season games that people actually look forward to, but this one, it gives us a good gauge of where the best teams are, a preview of how they could approach a potential playoff battle down the road.
Oh, well said. Yeah, a peek to what could be a matchup in the playoffs. Absolutely. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Now here's Paul. On the wing, Booker. And there's the drive. 5 on the clock. Paul passes to Durant. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Morant against Paul. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Outside for KD. The Suns need to get a shot off. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Memphis ball. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Now Morant, after Steven Adams missed from long range. It's good. Morant's got his second bucket of the night.
Closer in look. Let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
Booker outside.
Get through.
Back to Paul. Pass to Okogie. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. From outside the arc. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Morant with it, guarded now by Durant. Jackson kicks to Morant. Jackson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is how dangerous Jackson can be when he's committed to rebounding.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game. Suns trail by 7. Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. Shot to stop the run. He lays it in.
Even in the later stages of his career, Paul's handles remain incredible. He's got that thing on a string. What a move.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by Ja Morant. Here's Booker. Out to KD. Clock at 6. Back to Booker. A fadeaway. Doesn't go that time. And Memphis the other way now. Outside, Bain. On the wing, Bain. The pass to Adams. He dishes it to Brooks. Got a hand on it. They recover it.
And one of these modern wings who doesn't just shoot threes. Brooks is a tough guy to cover.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180. Look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Ayton sets the pick for KD. And Ayton throws it down.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
Morant against Paul. Jackson looking it over. To the wing on the left. Stolen by Durant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Such a skilled, versatile talent. When Durant is focused on scoring, he's hard to guard without fouling.
And he sinks the second. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
On the wing, Bane. Outside for Jackson. Morant, right side. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Morant's got 9 points.
This is the productive play Morant delivers, and the team works hard to facilitate them for him.
Paul passes to Booker. Here's Okogie. Pass to Paul. It's up a 3. And no good. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Grizzlies out in front.
Please give a big round of applause for your
and for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
On the court for the Suns, Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
Morant outside. Passes it to Brooks. Outside, Bane. 5 to shoot. Jackson dishes to Morant. Drives to the hoop. And finished off by Morant.
Leave that one up there and hope for the best. Nothing wrong with that. Morant, sometimes you just got to rely on your talent.
Morant against Paul. Durant in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hacker strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Shoots it. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Bane's got 5.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Morant. Memphis moving that ball around. Brooks finds Bane. Shot clock at 6. Paul with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Booker the pass to KD. Paul outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That is a gamer, and his name is Chris Paul. Absorbs the contact, well on his way up, and finds ways to finish.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Morant. Outside Jackson. Payne looking around. Memphis the rebound. Jackson down low, defended by Durant. Brooks with no one around. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his third assist on the night. And great, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now here's Paul. He's got 5. Here's KD. Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. And Adams kicks to Jackson. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
The potential of Jaren Jackson is endless. A center who has a tremendous J.
Paul against Morant. Durant for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. KD's got 6 in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Jackson. He has 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Bain. Brooks, the pass to Bain. There's the triple. That shot is off. Booker with a deep 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And thank you, David. Through the first half, plenty of basketball though left in this one. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
You've got Kennard. He's out there with Jones. And it's Tillman in at the center position. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. No good from Ross.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often. Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Suns trail by 12. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
And here's Jones, following T.J. Warren's 3. Jones, the pass to Aldama. Back to Jones. And here is Ross. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The feed to Warren. Plays it up and banks it in.
Showing some assertiveness inside. Warren knows you can't beat the defense if you play scared.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Make some noise. Here comes
Some changes for Memphis. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Tillman. And it's Williams in for Kennard. In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank break dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? Man, they could knock down the triple.
Now here's Ross. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Landale pass to Ross. Payne with it. Shot clock at 5. The three from Warren. Aldama with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Conchar, the pass to Aldama. Outside, Jones. Pass to Aldama. Williams with a clean look. And a miss there on the triple. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Kicks it to Ross. From about 19 feet. And that one drops.
The assist, Cameron Payne.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Jones looking for an opening. Outside Williams. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Going to high school in the LA area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Jones, the pass to Conchar. Memphis moving that ball around. To the left wing. Here's Payne. The pass to Landale. Now here's Ross. Defense is right there. Outside Warren. Pass to Landale. Another shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Clark. Williams kicks to Clark. Ross with the steal. One-on-one fast break. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires from deep. Cranes the three-pointer. Ross has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Payne kicks to Warren. Lets the three fly. Here's Landale. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The third quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On Phoenix, look at who they've got on the floor. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in its small forward. Here's Aldama, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here is Paul. Passes to Booker. Tries the spin move. Kicks it out to Paul. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Morant outside. Adams trying to free himself up. Morant with a terrific move in the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 6. Phoenix has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Morant against Paul. On the wing, Booker. Durant just inside the line. Just 5 on the clock. Paul, no one around him. And right on target. Good. And that's now 7 points for Chris Paul.
Great decision making from Booker, realizing one of his guys is open and whips the pass to him.
Here's Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Paul against Morant. Pass to Durant. Back to Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Over Bain. The putback. It's good on the putback.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Morant against Paul. There's the pass to Jackson. Outside, Bain. Jackson up top, defended by Durant. Paul looking around. At the top of the key, Durant. Back to Paul. He kicks to Durant. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Paul.
I think you could sense it, that trip up the floor. Paul was looking for his own shot. He got it.
Now here's Morant. Outside, Bain. Now Morant. Over Paul. And that one goes long.
He made that way more difficult than it had to be with that leaning jumper. As a result, he comes away empty.
Pass to Durant. Ayton with it. Guarded by Bain. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's a Kobe. Pass to Booker to take the lead. And it's Morant with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Brooks dishes to Adams. Outside Jackson to the right side. Morant passes to Brooks. Memphis keeping it alive with a new 14. Booker against Bain, and there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Morant. Outside, Bain.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
The Grizzlies with another miss. Here's KD. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Dylan Brooks. He sinks the clutch free throw.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Now here's Morant. Outside, Bain. To stop the drought. Ooh, offline. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be
The previous play is under.
it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, to double-checking, and the game continues on.
And we have seen Morant step up as a leader, wanting to go to the stripe down the stretch.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Phoenix calls timeout. It's tied at 38. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's KD. Paul dishes to KD. Oh, he can't jam it home.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And so it's Phoenix who scrape by with the win. They break the hard. And with these teams, Brent, we have a couple of the deepest rosters in the NBA, and not many coaches can go as far down the bench as these two.
Well, a major advantage if you have multiple guys that you have tremendous confidence in to go out there and be switchable, be able to pass, move, and initiate the offense. Well, it's a luxury for a lot of coaches to be able to adapt that way.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Paul George, and it's Covington in at the 3.
And you love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
Morant passes to Bane. Kicks to Jackson. Back to Bane. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Morant with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
And that's just a great job of staying ready by Morant. He didn't need to dominate the ball to score there.
George passes to Covington. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Memphis. George with no one around, offline with his 3. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Thanks, Kevin. Looking at these matchups, he thinks they can pound the ball inside with success. He wants them to get points in the paint early, force the defense to collapse, and then play inside out. We'll see if the opponent sticks to that game plan as well, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench, loving it from PG.
On the wing, Bane. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And there's the feed to Covington. Out to Morris. Leonard looking around. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Leonard kicks to George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got an SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Morris. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Memphis trailing here. Adams with it. George picks him up. Morant passes to Brooks. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 1:30 left in the first quarter.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Morris kicks to Leonard. Passes it to George. And George with the stuff.
And Paul George had great position that time, an easy deuce.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. 1:09 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Brooks. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morant outside. On the wing, Bane. Clock at 6. Out to Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Now here's Morant for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George passes to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the 3 off target. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And it's Brooks in the corner. Outside, Bane. Jackson dishes to Morant. All alone. And that one drops for him. Morant's got 9.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Back to George. On the left block. Adams, some nice D. The 3 from Morant. And that one released in time, but no good.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Leonard. There's the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. George against Bane. The 3 from Morant. The shot that time, not on target. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And the 3 ball is good.
Think about the rookie year that PG had where he shot under 30% from the 3-point line, but all that tireless work in the offseason and now such a vital part of his game.
Morant finds Jackson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. If they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California, having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Clippers leading by 6. Zubac kicks to Covington. All sorts of time. Brooks grabs the board. And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. Bane passes to Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Now here's Leonard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside, Covington. Morris outside. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Zubac, that's good. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant surveying the D. He feeds it to Adams. Outside, Bane. Brooks kicks to Bane. Back to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Morant for 3. And another miss by Memphis.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night. In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got his first points of the night.
And Steven Adams just a wrecking ball down there with his size and strength on the offensive glass.
Morris outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Now here's Morant. 9 points in the game so far. Over Leonard. Here's Jackson. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
This kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
George against Adams, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Outside, Bain. To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking. George against Jackson. Oh, Morris in position, and Morris throws it down.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved.
Thanks so much, David Wilson. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from George.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Powell is out there with Batum. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Plumlee, and it's man in at the 1. Plumlee finds Batum, launches it. Grizzlies with the rebound. Pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Here he goes. And the layup's good off the glass. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Yeah, even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
And the foul called on Xavier Tillman. That is his first foul of the game. Here's man, defended by Jones. Shot clock at 6. Plumlee dishes to Powell. Three-pointer. Can't hit that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Conchar. Buries it from three-point range.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Gordon the pass to Pop. Dishes it to Plumlee. Here's Eldama. And Jones has it in the corner. Pass to Conchar. Here's Tillman. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Conchar. 5 to shoot. Here's Tillman, defended by Batum.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Gordon, the pass to Batum, and he gets the bucket. Batum's got his first 2 points of the night.
Batum knowing how to get to the rack.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Outside, Jones. In the corner, Kennard with it. The pass to Aldama. Memphis moving it around. Kennard on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Coach is wanting Luke Kennard to get aggressive with his shots. That's a nice catch and shoot.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Mann passes to Gordon. Here's Mann, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Now Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside, here's Aldama. Right side, Jones. Pass to Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. Jones finds Kennard. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Clippers leading by 3. Well, we know Kennard can shoot, but Brent, he has moved up a level.
Well, Luke Kennard ended the season with the highest three-point percentage in the league, right around 45%. But there is more to his game. If you overplay him, he can drive it. He's a better playmaker than you might imagine. Makes him a really tough matchup.
And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
And defense wasn't ready for Batum there. He shakes them off with a clever dribble move.
Jones, the pass to Tillman. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Gordon, the pass to Mann. He kicks to Plumlee. Powell dishes to Plumlee. Outside, Batum from past the arc. Again, Batum missing. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Kennard, the pass to Concho. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Adams finds Brooks. And here's Morant. It's hauled in by Paul George. Clippers leading by 5.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And here's Morant. 11 points in the game. Outside, Bain. Brooks kicks to Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Morant's got 13.
And relentless in his attack, Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Left side, George. Stolen by Jackson.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Grizzlies shooting reasonably well, 45%. Leonard against Morant. In the corner, it's Payne. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Clippers' shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the
Previous play is under review.
what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He told them, look guys, we're running out of time. If we're gonna make a move, it's gotta be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Shoots it, and it's good off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Kawhi operating in the painted area, so tough to stop.
Morant against Leonard. Payne looking around. Brooks the pass to Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal was?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Outside Leonard. Zubats with the screen for Leonard. Down low. It's stolen by Adams. It's deflected. Brooks with it. Now Covington defending. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Morant for 3.
Multiple defensive positions is why Covington has the value he does for this team.
And it's Morant missing. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. They get a hand on it. Morris kicks to George. Lets it go from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 6 assists here tonight. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
And George kicks to Covington. Morris passes to Leonard. Back to Morris. Outside Leonard. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Shoots. Morris, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's Morant missing. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And here's Leonard from 3. Nailed from three-point land. Leonard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers. Morant drives in. And Morant throws it down.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Morant with it. George picks him up. Bain. The rebound by Paul George. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 16-5 run here. And here's Leonard from three. Sinks the three-pointer.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Jackson finds Bain. Memphis moving it around. Back to Adams. Right side Jackson. Pass to Morant. Puts up a three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 23 seconds left in the game. Outside, George. From deep. It's hauled in by Adams. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
tonight, Grant. Two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down.
Both these teams are elite on the defensive end. These guys won't be making it easy out there. When there's lots of stops, lots of forced turnovers, it can be very difficult to find a scoring rhythm.
So here's the Clippers starting group. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. Paul George out there with Kawhi Leonard, and it's Covington in at the 3.
Well, this is very much the definition of a shooting guard. Booker always looking to rise and fire from range.
For 3, Covington. And no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Outside Paul. Pass to Durant. Booker against Leonard. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And it's the Suns with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Okogie on the wing. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
And so here's Phoenix following the score by the Clippers. Booker, the pass to Durant. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Morris with it, and it's Paul picking him up. George for 3. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Paul against George. Out to Covington. 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. Launches it. And Ayton pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Up top, Paul. Pass to Durant. Denied by Leonard.
Well, the defensive instincts have always been so strong for Kawhi Leonard. Boy, good night, sir.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. The free throw drops from Zubats. And Zubats drops them both.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Chris Paul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Now here's Booker. And stolen by Covington. On the break. George for 3. Durant pulls it in. And Kevin Durant post-Achilles surgery. No apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the 3rd highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever.
Now here's Warren. On the wing, Durant.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
The Suns need to get off a shot. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Clippers trail. It's George on the wing, guarded by Durant. Here's Leonard. Oh, it misses. Had a chance to tie it. Here's Durant. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Yeah, in his career now, Kevin Durant could be knocked off his rhythm, but now he's put on that good weight over the years, making himself able to absorb that physicality.
Now here's Morris. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Leonard. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Durant, the pass to Ayton. Outside for Booker. Back to Ayton. And stolen by Covington. George finds Leonard. 4-3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
This guy loves to help his team space the floor. You have to respect Kawhi's range. He will make you pay.
Takes a 3. Booker no good.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
He makes the D look silly. What an incredible move.
Man, how about that finish right there? Not too bad. Now here's Durant. Nails it from 3. Durant's got 6.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Morris outside. Out to Leonard. Outside Covington. Leonard outside. Morris for 3. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. The Suns on top. Up 2.
And please give a big round of applause for your son,
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's T.J. Warren. And it's Okogie in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Connects from downtown.
In this situation, Devin Booker on the catch will never hesitate.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Here's Durant. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Yeah, Kevin Durant working right there on the interior. This guy, if you allow him to touch the paint, he will put it home.
Leonard for 3. The Suns clear it. Booker finds Durant. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
So it's Phoenix now. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. George with a steal. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Here's Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Well, as a great scorer, you still have to be willing to balance it with finding your teammates. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball where it needs to be.
Here's Booker. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year, he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare. And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And Leonard drops them both. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Back to Booker. 6 to shoot. Left side, Warren. The baseline, Jay. And no good trying to use the glass.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Now here's George. Outside Covington. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here.
Now, this guy's got some grit and some determination. Is Kevin Durant capable on the offensive end? Yes, but the defense as spectacular.
Oh, sinks it after the cagey pump fake. Nice. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter. Booker against George. Morris outside. Pass to Covington. Leonard on the wing. Kicks it to George. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. A minute 42 left to play in the half. And here's Booker. Give him 8. Over the last few years, we've seen the rise of the skilled big. Doris, how's that changed the way basketball is played?
I think, B.A., certainly it has made for a more wide-open game. The advent of that stretch 4, stretch 5, it creates better spacing because you've got to deal with their shooting. To me, it's a much better product for the fans.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Warren up top. The kick to Durant. Clock at 4. So it'll be 2 free. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coaches challenging,
the previous play is under his
personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So
after the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Just 2 to shoot. Oh, Leonard with the block. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. George passes to Morris. Out to Leonard. Phoenix grabs the miss. Pass to Aiden. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, Josh Okogie sees somebody working in space and puts the ball on time and on target.
George outside. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Leonard. Launches a 3. Warren with the rebound. Outside Booker. Durant. Pass to Aiden. And stolen by Leonard. George for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer. And so it's Phoenix closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi Leonard all night. Not an easy task by any means. Back to the... Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the floor for the Clippers, they've got Terrence Mann, Norman Powell out there with Nicholas Batum. Then it's Mason Plumlee, and it's Gordon in at the 2. Here's Batum. Can't connect from short range.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, BA. I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Boy, the consistent greatness of Chris Paul, playmaker, scorer, defender, leader, year after year. Chris Paul silences any doubt about his place in this game.
The Suns leading. Outside Ross. Pass to Baisley. The kick out to Paul. Clock at 6. Back to Baisley. It's tipped. And he gets it back. Well, Los Angeles shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. Here's Plumlee. From outside the arc. Batum's shot is off. Phoenix has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Pass to Baisley. Out left to the wing. That's good from Paul on the assist by Ross. And the Suns lead by 10.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Ross against Powell. And he's going for the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. And Paul gets it to go. Paul's got 5.
Well, I'll tell you, the savviness of Chris Paul on the break, he is a force to be reckoned with.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Baisley. The kick out to Paul. Off target from 3-point range.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, BA. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Pass to Payne. Powell against Ross. Back to Payne. Now here's Paul. Picked up by Baisley. Shot from the top of the key. Another one falls for Phoenix.
There is a relentlessness to what Chris Paul does. This guy works at his own pace, wears you out, searching for his shot.
Here's Mann. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Nice D from Paul. Payne, the pass to Paul. Outside Ross. Back to Paul. Going inside. Pass to Landale. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Ooh, a clear look for Powell. That shot missing. And Phoenix the other way now. Paul with it. Checked by Gordon. Payne. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. And now a 12-point Phoenix lead.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
The Suns have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. To the paint. Shoots. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Gordon against Payne. Here's the 3. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Paul. He's got 7. Pass to Baisley. To the wing on the left. And Eric Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
George against Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Durant. Let's go with a 3. And he dunks it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
They got the last word in this quarter.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Josh Okogie. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Warren in at small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Boy, Kevin Durant near impossible to guard in the pick and roll. In that instance, the quick cut off the screen, so pretty.
Pass to Leonard. This one for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Okogie's shot is off. George against Booker. And George with the jam.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Back to Booker. George with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Leonard way outside. Stolen by Ayton. In transition, here come the Suns. And Booker with the jam.
You can see what an active, lurking defensive presence DeAndre Ayton is. Nice play for his teammate there.
George for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Outside Durant. Oh, there's the alley. And Ayton with the stuff.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
George, a deep 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
It's Ayton with the drive. Back to Durant. Outside Warren. Spins. Shot clock at 6. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Kicks it out to Warren. Pass to Okogie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George with a steal.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
Shot by Leonard, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Booker, good.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
George, no good. The Suns have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the 4th. Booker, no good. The Clippers have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Leonard for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Inside. Here's Ayton. Up and in on the layup.
Well, DeAndre Ayton should own the paint. Nice touch there.
The Clippers shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. Here's George. And the Clippers miss again. And here are the Suns. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Okogie on the wing. Releases. For 3, Booker.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Suns.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Kevin Durant.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Back to Booker. Oh, Covington with a block.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Down low. Here's Okogie. Pass to Aiden. Over Zubac. And the Suns miss again.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
George passes to Covington. Leonard outside. Fires the three. Sinks the tray.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Outside Durant. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to win.
A lot of sporty looks on the Phoenix players here in the Valley of the Sun. This is a shot from earlier as they came down the tunnel. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. Now here's Brooks. Morant finds Jackson, just 4 to shoot. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Ball against Adams. Launches a 3. Ayton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. Bane looking around. From outside, off the mark.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Jackson against Durant. Back to Paul. Kicks it to Durant. Morant against Paul. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaren Jackson.
The thing I love about Chris Paul is that he is so focused on making his teammates better. Every team would love to have a floor general like that.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top spot.
Oh, my goodness, the slam!
And, man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Booker outside. Now the pass to Paul. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
On the wing, Booker. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off for 3. Paul with the buckets. Paul's got 5 points so far.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
Morant with a wide open look. It's good from long range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Durant. To the inside. Booker, no good.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. That ties it up. He has 7.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
The feed to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Morant kicks to Bane. Back to Morant. And Durant sends it back.
A tremendous defender. Durant's length can cause major issues for the offense.
And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Jackson. Out to Morant. Outside, Bane. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
It's Durant on the wing. Booker against Bane. Pass to Paul. He feeds it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Pass to Bane. And it's Brooks in the corner. The pass to Bane. Here's Morant. And taken away by Paul. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Yeah, and you don't want to let Devin Booker get easy points in transition.
Morant scanning the floor. Brooks outside. Paul against Morant. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Suns on top, up 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Well, if you poll players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
And Adams kicks to Jackson. Morant. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Al Paul. He's got 5. Booker the pass to Okogie. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Durant with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
Can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
You know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brooks outside. Outside for Jackson. Morant left side. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge, and the challenge was how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game, and I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
Always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career is going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
Morant kicks to Bain. Jackson down low. Durant's there. Bain for three. They grab their own miss. Out to Morant. Outside, Bain passes it to Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
The Suns trailing. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Suns have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. KD dishes to Booker. Durant with the screen on Bain. Booker, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Back to Adams. Out to Morant. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Defended by Booker. The three. Bain, no good. Phoenix has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside Durant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Second team foul.
52 seconds left here in the second. Morant against Paul. Here's Durant.
This team leans on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defense. It can be a difference maker.
Here's Ayton. And he hits it to tie the game up. Ayton's got 8 points.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson finds Morant. Drives to the hoop. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside for Durant. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Morant. Offline with the baseline jumper. And the first half.
The Grizzlies, 15. For the Jabberwockies.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. We've got Williams. Clark is out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Aldama with the 4-man position. Ross with the steal. Now here's Payne. Tight defense on him. Pass to Baisley. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. The pass to Aldama. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Ross on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle.
The previous play is under review.
Easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaching. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now. And you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. That free throw good from Ross. The Suns leading. Payne looking around. Passes to Ross. Feeds it to Warren. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the steal. Williams kicks to Jones. Pass to Conchar. Fader on the way. Landale grabs the miss. And here are the Suns now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Here's Baisley. It's deflected. Landale pass to Payne. Warren against Williams. Landale. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Oh, heads-up play by Warren. Spotting a wide-open shooter and delivering a dime.
Jones, the pass to Aldama. The kick out to Williams. Three-pointer. Phoenix grabs the miss. Here's Payne. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 6-point Suns lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Jones for three. Landale grabs the miss. Landale's got his 4th rebound in this one. Payne finds Warren. 1:27 left here in the third quarter. And here is Ross. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Grizzlies trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Aldama. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Aldama's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Payne passes to Warren. Ross in the corner. Back to Warren. He kicks to Payne. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Ross. It's Clark with the rebound. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. It's a 3-point game. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
To the middle. It's intercepted.
That is how you deny entry. Great effort.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Over in the corner, Warren. Bangs home the trifecta. Warren's got the lead up to 6 now for Phoenix.
Love the confidence from Warren on the catch and shoot. Coaches don't want to see their players hesitate.
Pass to Aldama. Yes, that goes in. Aldama's got 5 points now this quarter.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And we've reached the end of the third. Suns lead by 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game. Almost like he had a 6th sense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And there's the pass to Booker. Back to Paul. Passes it to Okogie. Jackson against Durant. The dish to Ayton. A second chance effort. He can't get it to go. Adams, some nice D. The Grizzlies trail by 4. A 3 from Morant. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
As Ja gets more consistent from range, he becomes that much more dynamic. And that, let me just tell you, that's going to be bad news for the rest of this league.
A fader. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Suns lead by 3.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Bain kicks to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Nice D from Durant. Suns leading by 3. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Phoenix.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And it's Morant missing. Suns have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And then Durant with the dunk.
And it doesn't get any easier for Durant. With his size and length, dunking just comes pretty easy for him.
And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. And I think it's a conversation.
Outside Durant. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. Paul with the ball. KD passes to Paul. 4 on the clock. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. And the Suns lead by 8.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Back to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Paul passes to Booker. To Paul. It's stolen. Here's Bain. Uses both hands to slam it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Pocket 6. Paul finds KD. Let's go. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Morant missing. Suns leading by 4. KD passes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
He is a great kid. I'd love to see this from a stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
Jackson a screen on Paul. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Morant having that hit factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
Kicks it out to Booker. The ball. Morant with the steal.
Can't waste any time here.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
Here's Jackson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Brooks. The 3 from Morant. The putback, and it's Adams on the follow.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
And the Suns call time. They lead by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth. Morant with the steal. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Morant. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This
courts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be...
Oh, my goodness!
Watch out! As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Outside Covington. Morris outside. George left side. Pass to Zubac. And stolen by Morant. Brooks the pass to Jackson. Oh, Morris with a steal. Here we go. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Morant against Leonard. Back to Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on even to Zubac.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
George outside. Zubac screen. It's George on the drive. And George with the jam.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Clark is checked in for Memphis. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Pass to Bain. To the middle. Outside Morant. Tries the spin move. Clark, the pass to Adams. To the inside. Morant. It's deflected. It's Covington on the wing. Defended by Jackson. Outside Morant. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Jackson, the pass to Bain. Over Covington. They grab their own miss.
Big man plays by Steven Adams, using all of his height to dominate the offensive glass and end the play.
Leonard outside. Kicks it to George. And the jam by George.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Pass to Clark. From deep, Bain. It's rebounded by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's George. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And he makes both free throws. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Morris passes to Leonard. And here's Zubac. Adams covering. For 3, George. Adams grabs the miss. Memphis trailing here. To the right side. Morant, the pass to Clark. Fires for 3. And it's Desmond Bain with the 3.
Impressive accuracy of Desmond Bain. He has put in the work to be a reliable three-point option.
George outside. to the middle. Here's Morris. 6 to shoot. Leonard for 3. And the Clippers miss again. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. From deep, Morant. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Morant, such a quick thinker. He doesn't hesitate on the catch and shoot.
Morris passes to Covington. 51 seconds left now in the first quarter. Pass to George. Morris on the wing. Got a piece of it. George with it. Jackson in his pocket. And here's Leonard. Down low. And Zubac with the basket on the assist by Leonard.
Coming off the screen, Kawhi attracts so much defensive attention. Hard to throw a blanket over the roller at the same time.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Morris. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Grizzlies. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
On the court for Memphis. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brandon Clark out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 4 on the clock. Leonard passes to Zubac. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Desmond Bane. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Now here's Clark, covered by Covington. Here's Morant. Blocked! And they get it back. Count it. Good. And so here are the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Pass to George. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I'd prefer the no call. I like that idea.
Here's Morant. He takes it in. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Now you see him, now you don't. There's only a few players that are faster with the ball than Ja Morant.
George passes to Covington. Excellent D there from Morant.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Bane, the pass to Adams. Back to Bane. Clark with it. And it's Morant off the drive.
With the ball on the string, Ja Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Leonard passes to Morris. Inside. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. From deep, Bane. And they recover it. Kicks it out to Clark. Morant with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Morant, the pass to Clark. Over Covington. It's rebounded by Zubac. Well, Smitty with Morant. His ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Here's Bane. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. It's stolen by Leonard. George against Morant. Morris on the wing. Pass to Covington. Leonard with the ball. Guarded by Bane. Oh, the swat by Adams.
You see the effort defensively. Adams doing a great job of closing the space.
Memphis leading. Clark outside. Morant with it. Guarded now by George. Morant, the pass to Bane. Back to Morant. Pass to Clark. The shot no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. A minute 4 left in the second. Can't cash it in from close range. Morant against Covington. And it's Morant missing. For Los Angeles, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Pass to George. Over Clark. Back to George. Morris outside. Just 5 to shoot. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the basket by Bane.
The team trusts Bane to hunt shots and not to waste touches.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. George with it. He's picked up by Bane. Back to George. From the arc. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And Morant gets it to go.
I love the competitive fire Ja Morant plays with, coming right back with his own 3.
So we conclude the first half. Thanks very much, Allie.
Your Clippers, 20. The Grizzlies, 26.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
They've got Eric Gordon, Mason Plumlee out there with Nicholas Batum. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Powell in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. Conchar can't hit. The Clippers trail.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis. Woohoo! Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Brooks finds Jones. Back to Brooks. Beyond the arc. He drops it from range. Brooks has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Jones up top. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Gordon, the pass to Powell. Here's Mann. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State, Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
And for Mann, proving he belongs earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
And B.A., I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes.
Here's Conchar, and he drives in. Batum with the defensive effort. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Gordon. Now Powell. Gordon outside. Plumlee finds Gordon. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Deflected, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Memphis is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Right side Jones. Here's Brooks. Back to Conchar. No, stopping him there. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still.
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Batum outside. Back to Mann. Pass to Plumlee. Out to Gordon. Back to Plumlee. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Brooks outside. Here's Conchar. Defended by Gordon. And rejected. Here's Batum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
On the wing, Conchar. Defended by Gordon. Outside Jones. To the paint. Here's Tillman. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. For 3, Powell. There's a minute 17 left in the third. Pass to Plumlee. Batum outside. This for the tie. Plumlee, no good. Memphis has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Brooks, the pass to Jones. Up top, Brooks. Powell covers. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Tillman. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. He hits the second from the line. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Steven Adams checked in for Tillman. Jaren Jackson comes in for Aldama. Bain, he's checked in for Conchar. And it's Morant in for Jones. Brooks finds Jackson. Back to Brooks. Morant with it. Shot blocked. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Zubats with it. He has 7. Covington passes to Morris. To the inside. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Memphis calls timeout. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Grizzlies out in front. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Brandon Clark out there with Steven Adams. And it's Jackson in at small forward. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
Yeah, something else I love that they're doing is driving into the lane and getting the shots they want in penetration.
The 3 from Bain. He buries it from 3. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
When you need to get 3 points right back, Desmond's the man you want on the job.
Leonard for 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort. Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
Plumlee's checked in for Los Angeles. And Smitty, the analytics will show you that Brandon Clark is one of the best at protecting the ball.
Yeah, Brandon's been in the top 5 in that category as well. He doesn't put up huge scoring numbers, but when Clark is on the floor, he has a major, major impact.
First team.
Grizzlies on D. The lead is 2. Back to George. 5 to shoot. To take the lead. The putback controls the rebound and the putback.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Morant finds Bain. Right side Morant. Ooh, poked away. Plumlee with it. Jackson in his pocket. Zubac passes to Covington. Now George. Leonard left side. Lays it up and banks it in. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far.
Oh my goodness!
That is
cocked it back and fired it home.
Oh, indeed.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Leonard passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Outside Covington. Pass to Zubac. Jackson with it. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Bain, the pass to Clark. Back to Bain. Down low. It's stolen by Leonard. George with it. Guarded by Morant. And the jam by George.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Leonard against Moran. There's Jackson with the three. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back from deep. And there's Bain. That one's good. The assist from Adams.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Leonard against Clark. And the dunk by Leonard.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Here's Morant on the wing. Bain. Pass to Clark. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Mason Plumlee. So the first one drops, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Just incredible confidence at the free throw line. That is how you win close games.
To the left wing, Plumlee passes to George. Blocked! And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
To the left side wing, Plumlee finds Zubats. Back to Plumlee. Leonard outside. George outside. Oh, the swat by Adams. Zubats passes to Plumlee. Shot clock at 2. They get it back. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good, and that brings him within 2 here. And Zubats drops them both. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
Clark outside. Pass to Bain. And here's Morant. Back to Bain. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Leonard. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They trail by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
Down 1 with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
And stolen by Morant. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
The Clippers call timeout. They're trailing by 3. Only 2 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Your thoughts, guys?
And a 3 would tie it up. If they have to make 1 extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA. Now, we might have a throwback battle on our hands, Greg. These two teams take pride in their defense.
No doubt, these are some tough-nosed, gritty, physical defenses, and we're not going to see many easy buckets. Both sides are going to make you work.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Torrey Craig is out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Durant, and it's Okogie in at the shooting guard position. Just two to shoot. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Left side, Leonard. Morris finds George. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
Paul George spotted up, spacing the floor, and cashes in.
Passes it to Okogie. Spins. Back to Booker. Driving inside. Craig passes to Durant. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. George against Booker. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career, playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
And the Clippers have possession. The Suns getting the bucket. Lets the three fly. Covington's shot is off. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Durant in the corner. Hits the jumper in space.
Just doesn't second guess his shot selection, and for good reason. A lot of those go in.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. George against Booker. Craig pulls it in. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Ayton. Outside, KD. Takes the three. Drills it from outside. KD's got 7 points.
Just unbelievable range. Kevin Durant exploiting the perimeter weakness in the defense that time.
Throws it up high, and the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And the pass to Okogie. Outside, KD. Off target from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Here's George, 5 on the clock. And George with the stuff.
Paul George taking it all the way up for the dunk.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first. It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of this.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Now here's Leonard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Kawhi playing at his own pace. He can really control the game off the bounce.
Here's Okogie. Booker looking around. Durant for 3. And the Suns miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. The shot by George, wide open. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 8.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Booker outside. No good again that time.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Morris kicks to George. It's Covington on the wing. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Morris finds Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And so it's Los Angeles heading to the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Paul George, and it's Covington in at the 3. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
Unable to simply overwhelm people the way he did in college just because of his size, Ayton has done a much better job just staying patient. Great pump fake there.
After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone, and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to. There are very few guys Durant's size who can change pace with the bounce like he did there.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Morris. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Okogie, the pass to Booker. Inside, Craig. And finished off by Craig.
Booker more and more becoming a double threat, not just to score the ball, but starting to realize he can set up his teammates.
Outside, Covington. Back to George. And George with the stuff.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Pass to Okogie. To the left wing. Back to Craig. Going inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Robert Covington picks one up. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
Here's Morris, and Leonard has it in the corner. Morris kicks to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Booker outside. KD a screen on George. Booker finds Durant. And here is Craig. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Craig's got 6 in the quarter.
And KD keeping his head up that time, becoming a playmaker.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Back to Booker. Leonard with the steal. On the wing, Morris. Craig defending. And now the Suns, a fast break. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
The big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Covington dishes to George. Back to Covington. Clippers moving the ball around. Fades. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's KD. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time
The previous play is under review.
closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see...
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
These players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be. Sometimes, breaks to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Covington. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6 from outside the arc. A shot off that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Back to Durant. And there's the drive. Booker the pass to Durant. The Suns need to get a shot off. Fades back. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Ayton's got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
On the wing, George. Driving to the basket.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Booker the pass to Ayton. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
All right, Dave, thank you. And halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. They've got Warren. Chris Paul is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Baisley in at the 4-man position. Ross, that's good. Ross has got his first 2 points.
That's a good look from Baisley as passing is becoming a bigger part of his game.
Mann passes to Gordon. In the corner, Powell with it. Fades and shoots. Here's Mann, defended by Paul. Mann can't hit. Suns leading by 7. Paul kicks to Warren. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Pass to Mann. From deep. And it's Bazley with the rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Paul passes to Warren. And it's Warren with the jam.
Yeah, Warren hungry to get in there and get his hands on the rim. 2 more for him.
Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. And with these guys scoring in a variety of ways, really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
Now here's Paul, guarded close to the paint. Here's Landale. Makes it off the glass. And the Suns lead by 13.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
For 3, Gordon hits it from three-point range.
Well, if Eric Gordon gets the ball from beyond the arc, you have to respect his ability to knock those down.
The pass to Ross. Back to Paul. It's tipped. Outside Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Paul looking around to the inside. Bazley, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. For Brent, the lead up to the 2019 draft was an interesting time for Darius Bazley.
Yeah, here's one of those players who opted out of going to college and ended up working for a shoe company prior to going to the draft a year before. Talked about going the G League route, but trained on his own, got himself ready, and he's showing some steady improvement here.
Pass to man. Back to Plumlee. Phoenix grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Ross passes to Landale. Chalk up 2 there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
A shot by Batum, no good. Down low, here's Bazley. Ross in the corner, shoots the 3, traps in the tray. Ross has got 5 points now this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Landale. The three-pointer, no good. Fires for 3. He can't get that one. And so it's Phoenix holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The score. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Post-tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Paul George, and it's Covington in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
And here's George for 3. Offensive rebound. And that one is good from Zubac.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
And here's Booker. Okogie, the pass to KD. Driving in, the 3 ball. Ayton, it's good on the putback.
Well, we talk about the offensive rebounding ability, and they're all about Ayton's timing. What a dunk.
Zubac finds Leonard. From deep 3-point range. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Morris. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Phoenix.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities. Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
Booker draws the double to the middle. Passes it to Okogie. The tray. No good from Booker.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Come on. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. They led the game at one point by 20. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Here's Ayton. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Ayton's got 7 now in this quarter.
The skills growing maybe right in front of our eyes here for DeAndre Ayton.
For 3, Covington. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Booker kicks to Craig. Leonard with the steal. Oh, Moore's in position and stolen by Booker. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Ayton throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
George against Booker. KD, that's for 2. That one wide left.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Suns.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for DeAndre Ayton.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
So it's Phoenix now. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Booker with no one around. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Okogie, the pass to Booker. Here's Okogie. There's the triple. And they get it back. Here's Booker. Shot clock at 5. From deep. That shot off the mark. So it's the Suns winning easily here. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.